4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Yuhcast number 20.
We're having mic issues today. And by that I mean the entire thing's breaking, but whatever.
Yeah. Get a real mic stand.
No! I'm a quieter person, so I'm closer. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the Yuhcast number 20.
I said that already. I said all of that already.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Yuhcast number 20.
Do you want to play Overwatch?
What the fuck? Yeah, let's just in the middle of a podcast, the first 30 seconds be able to just turn this into an Overwatch Let's Play, Overwatch 2 Let's Play coming out.
I think I was thinking that we could basically just essentially every week on Saturdays or something, just do an Overwatch compilation of just stuff that happens. Why do you have a Daedric helmet? You have a Daedric helmet and you have a Dragonborn helmet. You don't like Skyrim.
I've played 5 hours of every Elder Scrolls game. Not every Elder Scrolls game combined. That's what I mean.
Yeah. And
have them.
The Legion seal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you got those from that Loot Crate gaming thing.
Years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of stuff that's like that, but I mean, to be fair, a lot of the things I have now are games that I have respect for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to have some respect for Destiny, but...
But you don't have respect for Elder Scrolls, do you?
I hate it.
I hate Elder Scrolls!
Yeah, I mean, not yet, but...
I mean, anybody who's seen our Oblivion series knows, I love Elder Scrolls so much.
Yeah.
It's my favorite game series. Hold on. How many hours, how much have I played Oblivion in the past, recently?
I think 18 hours.
18.4?
Question mark. It's above Binding of Isaac.
That doesn't help me.
It's above Killing Floor 2.
There we go. There we go.
18.4, yeah.
Yeah, 18.4 hours recently.
Which that's... I mean, I would say that's not a lot, but that makes me sound like a loser. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still, it's more than any other. I play them more than any. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain that on the podcast setting.
I play that more. I play it more than any other game. It's my favorite series. Anyways, but yeah, I just love them. I love them to death.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I don't have enough experience to come up with anything.
They're a video game. That's all it is. That's all you need to know. You mostly play Team Fortress 2.
Halo and Risk of Rain 2 on and off. I have a few hundred games in my library. We were looking at my Steam profile, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure someone will find eventually, but I don't care, really. I mean, I have the fucking Discord in it. But,
yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah, you can probably just find both of our Steam profiles via Discord. Also, how the fuck do you get levels on Steam? Because I've been at level 14 on my profile for 5 years. You have to buy games, don't you? That's literally it. You just buy games.
No, it's trading cards that you turn into badges and they give you 100 XP per.
Yeah, I get that part. But it's I get the cards and then they just no card drops remaining and then just nothing else happens.
Yeah, because it doesn't ever actually give you all the card drops you need.
So you basically have to buy them off the community market, don't you?
Yeah, well, you can get more card drops if the game has in-app purchases or something like TF2. You can, if you spend $10, you get a new fresh card. Okay. But I got most of my XP from this, 14,000 XP. That's the equivalent of 143 badges right there. Because if anyone who's used Steam during the Steam Grand Prix of 2019. With the bit of an XP sort of exploit, if you will. A miscalculation where you could just grind levels like the easiest thing on earth. But...
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm just I look like such a plebeian for my profile compared to you, which is true, because it's I don't have 660 games. I think I have 50 or something. But that's just because I play one game constantly. Not even constantly, but yeah.
Yeah, 60 games.
60 games, okay.
Which, I mean, that's still pretty dang good. Yeah. I have that times 11.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean
although I mean it makes
less
sense.
Than 60 games in the last 2 years, though.
It makes sense. It makes sense considering you've had your Steam account since I think pretty much the day you were born.
No, it was actually a bit later. Was this? Oh, 2007 November. Yeah, so like quite a bit later, but still, that's almost 14 years this year.
Yeah.
So that's still quite a lot. What am I doing with my life? Yeah, here.
That was exaggerating.
No, you weren't. You meant it fully. I plopped out of the womb and I went to Gabe Newell and like, give me Steam.
Just plopped out. Just a squishy,
So here's all of the games I have not played.
I'm assuming you just buy these during the summer sale.
Well, actually, a lot of these are DLC, but I used to have the Humble Bundle Monthly, which is basically just like 11 or 12 games a month. I don't know. I had the classic plan as well because they changed it, so I just got every game.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these are just from that just a lot of mediocre indie games.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Which is
also have like almost every Bethesda game from like up to 2013.
Haha, more. Oh yeah, that's how you have. Okay, so that's how you have Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Even though you've literally never played Morrowind. Morrowind is great, by the way. I love Morrowind.
American Fugitive. What is this game? It's got
mostly positive reviews. I mean, I'm assuming it's just a prison break game. I don't think it has anything to. Or is it?
Framed for your father's murder, you'll need to do whatever it takes to unveil the real culprit. Tackle thrilling missions for the criminal underworld. Just don't let the cops track you down. GTA China Wars. Chinatown Wars.
China Wars. That's what Alex thinks of China, everybody.
That sounds like it's a Neo.
Did you not say that?
Said I can't make a joke, actually. Should not make a joke. Full ace tennis simulator.
You can't have the punchline become way too real.
Sexual content RPG on the top of Steam. I mean, that's just how it's been for years, but cool.
That's just Steam. Who do you think actively uses... Oh, Sea of Thieves. I've wanted Sea of Thieves for a while. I should get it, actually.
I don't...
$20.
Know much about it. I remember when it came out, it sucked because there was no content, but now I've heard it's good, but I still don't know what it is.
I know it's... I literally... All I know is that it's like an open world thing, which is why it's recommended to me, because I've literally... Pretty much from the start of... Pretty much ever since I got my PC, I've exclusively been playing Skyrim, which is barely a joke.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I have a few... So I have some money.
You have a son?
Not anymore.
No.
I have some money left over because I won like $100 from Microsoft Store or whatever. Not like, I don't know what it was, and I basically just bought a mouse with this one, because it was cheap, and my old mouse was having some very big issues.
Can I just go on record as saying Alex's mouse is like it sucks?
It's good,
but it's. For me, it's bad.
Because you have dumb hands, you do a bad grip. I do a gamer grip where after like 5 minutes, the entire top is drenched in my juices.
I don't even know what my grip is. This is just like... I don't know what that is. I don't know what type that is. It's just
a mix of like the spider grip or whatever, and it's like laying your entire hand on top of it. I know there's a name for that.
So, I mean, this is probably more accurate. So, yeah, just laying my hand on top of it in a natural way. Because I can't really, like, grab it in a specific way because my hands are just too big anyways.
Yeah, this is how I hold it, which is like that.
Oh, I see the difference. So, I'm just, okay.
I also don't have, because I have the side buttons, but I don't put my thumb on them. I put them underneath and I just go like that.
Oh, wait, you don't put your thumb on the side button?
No, I just flip it up.
That's barbaric.
It's fucking weird, you stupid idiot.
Says the person who just... that's my mouse grip.
Yeah, I feel so bad every time I try to show you a new game, because the last 2 times you've come over, I tried to show you Overwatch and Risk of Rain 2.
Both of which I'm going to buy.
And, well, you already bought one, but...
yeah. Well, I'm both of which will be in my library. I also...
At some point.
But,
today. Like, I have every single ability in, like, any game that has abilities, I bind it to my mouse.
Yeah, I get the logic of that, but it's just for me, just using the keyboard, it just makes so much more sense to me that it's just like, I don't see the point of using my mouse buttons, if I'm honest.
Well, it also depends on the game, because if it's a game, it depends on what you use to control it. WASD, I like to bind as much as I can to my mouse, if possible.
But if it's like Path of Exile or like World of Warcraft or something, where it's like...
Yeah, but also that it depends, because... I do use mostly mouse for Path of Exile, but I don't have enough mouse buttons to do like an entire 7-bit ability like thing, this whole entire build. But
yeah,
I pretty much have most of my important stuff into my boss killing stuff on my keyboard.
I just realized when I hotkey stuff in like any Elder Scrolls game, I should actually use my side mouse buttons because that's so much like I should bind like potions to my side mouse button. Anyways, continue.
Well, I also like it for like even when I play like Torchlight 2 or something.
Oh my god, I haven't played Torchlight 2 in years.
I played it like literally like the last few days of 2020, and that was one of my favorite gaming experiences of that entire year. Just something about it was so fun. Just to be like, it's just an ARPG with no like crazy gimmick, and it's okay. I mean, I don't think Torchlight 2 is the best ARPG ever made. I don't think Path of Exile is. I don't think, definitely not Diablo 3. I hated Diablo 3's leveling. I don't know, because I'm a boring person. That's kind of also why I didn't like Torchlight 2 that much, but at least it had passive abilities. I'm a nerd. I like my passive abilities. I don't like my active abilities, you know? And that's what Diablo 3 is built all around the leveling. You get different abilities.
And you just kind of have to figure out which ones work, basically.
Yeah, but the problem is there's so little depth, because when you add in passive with the mix, then it's like, with Path of Exile, at least I mean, I still don't think Path of Exile's leveling system is great. Or like building skill trees. I think it's like the illusion of choice. But still, at least you can build around certain abilities a lot more compared to just, this is your ability.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Even Torchlight 2 kind of had that with different, like, you can choose if you're going to be elemental or not.
I think having that like element of choice is, I think, largely... I think it is good for RPGs, but I think also just making it a lot more streamlined in terms of leveling, I think is makes it just so people who are... Largely, I think that, well, because I think just with my admittedly very limited experience with Diablo 3, it definitely seemed like it was an RPG for people who don't play RPGs.
Absolutely. It really does just feel more like an Xbox 360 like arcade hack and slash game.
Exactly, right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm maybe biased because I played it not on an Xbox, but I played it on the Nintendo Switch. That was my last experience with Diablo. Which, that is probably my favorite way to play it, besides, I guess, like, PC would be better, but when I think of PC, I think of, like, oh, PC RPG, I can do there's tons of mechanics to it, there's all sorts of depth. Diablo 3 has none of that. The closest thing you get to depth is within your armor choices and stuff like that, but really, as I got a nearly perfect witch build on, like, whatever, like, a season like a year ago. Like, that was a really unfun grind because you're just grinding for the perfect, like, oh, can you get the perfect rolls on all your items? That's why I didn't like Borderlands 3's loot system, because the way the end game is just grind the same weapon over and over again, but this time it's way more annoying than in any other game because you have to get the perfect everything and the perfect anointment, which I think they made better, though. I don't know. I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a while, but everything's locked behind fucking paywalls. I spent $100 on everything, and there's already a new season pass out that has like everything you need to be able to even play nowadays. It has a new like skill tree to get to any good content because they're going to scale everything to the new skill tree, and it's I
haven't talked in a while. Yeah, hello.
That's how I feel every time you talk about Elder Scrolls. I need my moment just to cry for Borderlands 3 because it had so much potential, and then all it needs is to just remove the entire main story. Because it sucks.
Remove the story. Well, rewrite the video game.
Yeah, I mean, the main story wasn't even... A lot of people thought it sucked. I just thought it was painfully mediocre.
Arrested Development Season 4, that mother. Recut that shit.
Yeah, it was just painfully mediocre because, I don't know, I mean, spoiler alert, they killed off characters. They've done it in every Borderlands game. What a shock. If you haven't... Who cares about Borderlands 3's story? You probably don't care. Spoiler alert. But even, like... I don't know, like, people are pissed off because they killed characters as if they didn't do that in every other game. That was not my problem. It's just that it's boring and uninspired. And they actually showed... they posted a clip of... because there was a scene when a certain character dies, I will not state, and then Ava just doesn't care at all, even though she's supposed to have the closest connection to that character who died. And then in the game, she has like one dialogue scene that's very uninspired, and it's just like a fan favorite character just died, and this is how the game treats her. It's just like, okay, who cares? I don't care. It's fine. It's whatever. And they posted an actual cut clip where she has emotion. There's inspiration. Characters develop.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love Fallout 4.
I gotta play Fallout. I have not.
Do not play Fallout 4.
Okay, well that's okay.
I mean, you can just not play it on PC.
I'm assuming it's ridiculously buggy, but it's Bethesda. I don't know why I don't expect
it's not
that.
Buggy. It's just that I don't know. For me, it feels really bad. I don't know. It just is not good to play. And like Fallout New Vegas, I mean, in Fallout 3, sure, they're like in, I guess, like the entire Bethesda engine they've been running on for 8 million years is notoriously like not good feeling, really. It feels awkward and clunky, but like in New Vegas and even in like pretty much everything until like the newest games, it felt fine. It was part of the charm almost.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Fallout 4, they tried to modernize it and then made it feel worse because it just, I don't know, I've only played it, no, I played it on the Xbox and it actually felt okay. But I don't know, just playing it on PC was the worst. And I did every single thing. I did everything to unlimit FPS and make the game not run like garbage and stuttery, and it just doesn't, I don't know.
It could just be your PC is bad.
Well, no, because no. Well, I ran it like when it first launched too, and it was like, it even felt bad. It just feels worse now, probably because of all the updates they've done to it. But even I remember it feeling bad. I think it's just the updates, honestly. Because, like, fucking, was it the workshop thing they did? Paid mods, dude. Paid mods.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, Skyrim did the exact same thing. The fucking Creation Club. Mm-hmm. That was, oh my god, that was Horse Armor 2.0. Oh my god, that was horrendous.
But at least Horse Armor is funny now.
Oh my god, but you can get mud crab armor! Dwarven mud crab armor!
That's worth it.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, though, I just think I don't like... The only Bethesda game I played entirely and actually enjoyed was New Vegas, and that wasn't made by Bethesda.
You enjoyed Oblivion, though, right?
I mean, I've never played through it much. I've just seen you watch it, and like I played like an hour, and like that was fun. I never came back to it because I don't know, I think that's just my problem with open world games. I get through this is my exact problem with Skyrim. I get through that linear tutorial section, then you get to the open world, and I just don't know what to do. I get like...
Yeah. I love that. I love just the fact that you can kind of... Well, I think I kind of, a lot of the time, think of what to do as the character rather than just as a player. Like, for example, if I'm doing sort of a thief/assassin kind of thing, I'll just basically just won't even start the main quest. I'll just immediately go to Riften and join the Thieves Guild, as well as go to Windhelm and join the Dark Brotherhood, and then do those, rather than just doing the linear quest line. Although if I'm a warrior, I'll do the main quest, but yeah. I think part of my problem is that I am like a complete... I don't know what the word would be, but like I focus so much on like fitting into like the meta of the game. I like need to be perfect. I am a min-maxer to the max. Gaming max. I honestly hate that kind of thing in games, because if you have to like min-max your character to enjoy a game, the game is flawed. Like the game is.
But that's what I do for every game, though. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I guess it's because I want to get to the point where I can make my own builds, like super like I can just make really good builds in like Path of Exile or something, where you need to know how to min-max basically. That was
my main problem with that's like the main flaw of Oblivion for me, is because you can completely unintentionally underlevel your character and then make anything past level 30 like unplayable basically. Because you have to max out your endurance, like, and depending on the character's strength or intelligence, right off the bat, or else you're just going to be, like, dying constantly. As well as you have to get +5 attributes all the time, which requires you to actively, level those attributes. And because of that, you don't play the video game. And there's 2 attributes, acrobatics and athletics, that level passively, which will make you inadvertently get like +5 speed every time you level up. But you don't even need +5 speed, even though, maybe on a warrior build, yes, but on thief build, oh my god, I hate this.
I'm just enjoying the audio mixer just going completely red.
I've just been dealing with that in my... That's why you get a +5 attributes mod, just because it's like, you can actually enjoy the video game while, like, just playing the game, basically.
That's why I like New Vegas, though, because it's, like, one of the few RPGs where I just do not feel like I need to min-max or read up a guide on anything, because New Vegas is very much, like... Sure, there is, like, a meta ways to play it, but you don't have to follow those rules. There's still some strategy if you want to be able to do anything. You can't just max out speech and win the game. Actually, you can. But...
Yeah. In Skyrim, it's like that in Skyrim as well. Like, you don't technically even... you don't even really need perks to win the game. Like, you can just basically just max out all of your stats and not even invest a single perk point, and the game is still actually playable.
Yeah.
You don't really need to min-max anything. Although there are definitely different builds that are Stealth Archer being the main one, because stealth is fucking broken, because after, like, stealth level 50, you are completely undetectable. You can just kind of exist, and archery is completely broken. So, like... That's just the most broken build in the game, and they basically fucked over mages, because there's very few spells to begin with, and you can't... is there game audio? Okay, he's playing Slay the Spire right now. I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, I just want to do something in the background, I just want to... Welcome to Fortnite. We can do a Fortnite Let's Play.
Let's do a Fortnite Let's Play.
Just wiped out Tomato Town.
Don't wipe out Tomato Town.
I don't know the words of that song besides that, and I'm so happy.
Number 1 victory, Voyelle.
Battle Royale. Dude,
yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
Fortnite.
10 kills on the board right now, just wiped out Tomato Town.
Fortnite used to be...
My friend just got down. I revived him, now we're hitting southbound. I don't remember the rest of it.
Slow down on
now on the park streets. That's where I remember it. I don't remember the rest. That's totally where every meme cuts off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
I learned the bass line to American Girl and the chords to American Girl by Estelle, because that's the song that they're parodying.
I learned the chords to Don't Mind at Night. I know you're looking at that cave and you're feeling kind of brave. Go to bed, it'll be alright. Don't mind at night. That was one of my most listened to songs in freshman year. And it's not even like when it came out. That was just
Ironically?
Ironically, yes. But that was because like that was like a funny joke.
Damn.
I don't even know if there's a funny joke anywhere else besides the school I went to. It was a very niche friend group, but that was the funny. I literally I remember once I brought a Bluetooth speaker in because I was allowed to, and everyone wanted me to... It was just like, okay, play whatever you want on it. I don't care. He wanted me to do this, and it was just Don't Mind at Night on repeat. And someone put on some, like, blood on the dance floor type shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't blood at night.
Don't blood at blood. Don't blood.
Don't blood at don't blood at Applebee.
Don't Applebee's blood.
Apple semi.
Apple cum.
You know that the. No.
What is apple cum? It's just.
Dude, I love like baked apple stuff.
Really? Oh, actually,
apple
yeah,
pies.
because apple pie. Well, that's just the cinnamon, isn't it? That's my part. That's my favorite part.
My favorite part is the apple.
Really, the apple?
Yeah. Apple.
I like apple sparkling water.
I've never actually had that because it sounds gross.
It's very nice, actually. I quite enjoy it. I'm also just a green apple enjoyer.
I like green. Yeah, I like green or sour apples. They're all the same thing. I like that flavored stuff. I haven't had the green apple in a very long time, but I do like...
I think you're just apples. A masochist.
Yeah. You want to get a warhead?
Yeah, I'll have a warhead.
Dude, warheads have the... Okay. Is there any flavor that isn't blue?
Black cherry. Okay, let's have a Warhead.
Is there any flavor that isn't blue?
I like blue flavor. I'm having cherry.
Blue sucks. But, people who are avid consumers of Warheads, I've recently turned to the Warhead recently. I got myself a package of that and Warhead cubes and the Sour Sprite. The Sour Sprite is actually incredibly delicious. But, have Warheads always tasted like metal?
Oh my god, they are metal. Jesus Christ.
They are terrible tasting. And then, like, I think it's just the citric acid stuff.
Yeah.
But citric acid doesn't taste like metal.
What does it have in it?
Are they using citric acid?
No. No. They're using malic acid.
Malic acid. That would probably...
Wait, okay, hold on. Ingredients. Corn syrup, sugar, malic acid. Oh, okay. I thought it just said acid. That is an ingredient, okay.
Stomach acid.
Yeah, Warheads are actually great. Like, the sour is like, ugh, and then they're actually great. Oh my god.
The problem is...
Yeah.
Why would you ever eat these when you have Jolly Ranchers?
Sour.
The sour lasts for 5 seconds and it tastes like garbage.
Says the person who had like an almost like completely empty bag of Warheads.
Because I was playing Overwatch and every time I lost a game, I would eat a bunch. Okay, to punish myself, and because it tasted like trash.
I feel like you
bad. Tastes like trash.
You're definitely a masochist. I think. No wonder people call you a cat boy.
I don't like this joke.
You started it, and we're finishing it.
If we're gonna say it to someone funny, you'll never live a day in your life. I could have killed him.
Yeah.
Open the Fortnite.
This definitely looks very simple.
Well, when I'm playing it, because I'm so good. I'm so fucking good at video games, dude.
Because you have Strike, then you have Defend, then you have Survivor.
Well, eventually you want to get all these cards out of your deck. We're playing Risk of the Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire. God, this podcast is actually good. I'm having a fun time with this podcast. I never do. I hate this channel.
Honestly, I think we should just not go with this joke, because that would have been such a good joke to end the podcast on, and we're only half an hour through. God damn it.
I think like every joke we end a podcast with is like our worst joke we ever do.
I mean, I don't think we even I think the last time we didn't have a joke, did we? I'm sorry for anybody who doesn't like mouth noises. I sincerely apologize.
You're like moving it around and things. You're grinding against your teeth. I'm just slurping on it because I don't want to make mouth noises. I just realized I could like make a ton of mouth noise and blame it on you, and no one would know.
Yeah.
You could defend yourself, but then I would just prove you guilty because.
Because this is not a court of law.
This is not a free country.
This is not a cum country.
Sure.
Just FYI, for anybody who hasn't noticed yet, cum is a placeholder punchline. We say it when we don't know how to.
We were talking about this earlier, actually.
Yeah.
It's like when you don't know what to say, so you start like stuttering, like like it's like that, but for jokes.
Yeah,
for
it's like if you don't know the punchline, just say cum or poop, and it'll automatically be funny.
Poop's a new one.
Exactly. Like, okay, so just say a sentence.
So I was thinking yesterday about just how awesome my life is, and you know what? It's funny because I take poop. I can say very like funny.
I was gonna say because I mean that wasn't what I was going for, but it demonstrates the purpose. It's unexpected. It's funny because it's unexpected.
That's humor. Lol, random equals funny. Am I right, lads?
Yes, you're very correct.
Thank you.
Okay, so I had a thought.
A game theory.
Yes, yesterday. Yeah, I mean, yes, literally. Just about like game design and
Actually, was right.
now that I'm like thinking this, like, because now that I'm like kind of somewhat actively playing Overwatch. was.
Welcome back.
So I was just thinking about class balance and like how it relates to like Overwatch and TF2, and I was just thinking like, so if like within the context of any game, if a class has to be overpowered or underpowered to be balanced, the idea of the class itself is inherently flawed.
I don't have a response. That's like a thing I need to think about for a while.
Because I was just thinking that, because it's like, for example, with the Pyro in Team Fortress 2, just because of how situational it is, and it like, people say it's overpowered, but if you nerf the Pyro, they'll just be unplayable.
Pyro's not overpowered, it's just that your team sucks. As a Pyro main, this is true, because I've played up against good teams, and it's hard to do anything as Pyro.
Well, that's actually, well, I think that's just more of a complication of just the role of the Pyro anyways.
Same with, like, Spy.
And Spy,
they rely off the enemy team just because, I guess you can, at least, the thing with Spy is that you thrive off chaos and the enemy stupidity. Once you only have one of those, it's way harder to do anything.
Yeah, if the team is completely stupid but nothing is happening, they'll expect spies everywhere.
Yeah.
But if everything is happening, then you're just going to get yourself killed.
At least with Pyro, I usually play a flank Pyro just because, like...
That's how it's supposed to be played.
Basically. But at least you can play a harass Pyro or, like, a frontline Pyro, and just every soldier main will want to hit you in the real life.
Yeah, I don't really know what my main is. I mean, the class I've probably mained for the most time is probably Heavy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as a heavy main, also, I think for my hypothesis, or my thesis, or the fuck, I think that also applies because, like, the heavy is traditionally very underpowered, but if you try to, like, buff him, he's gonna become overpowered.
Yeah.
Just because in Team Fortress 2, it's a game about mobility, so you make objectively the least mobile character. If you make him more effective, that just denies everything. That's like the issue because I think
it's going to lower the skill cap of the game overall.
Exactly, yeah, and like, and I think just in a game like Team Fortress 2, which is all about DPS and mobility, the heavy gets killed extreme. A tank character doesn't work in that scenario because he's not mobile and characters can do a ton of damage in a very small time. Coincidentally, those characters that do a bunch of damage also are extremely mobile. So like objectively, the heavy just does not work in that scenario.
Yeah, because I think when you look at tanks, I don't know if we really want to open this can of worms, but I think Overwatch has been out for like 5 years now, something. I think we can open up discussion of TF2 and Overwatch and comparing them.
Yeah. Okay. Actually,
tanks and Overwatch versus heavy. He's the only tank basically.
You could also argue Soldier is a tank because I think that's how he's meant to be played.
But that's not how you should play him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think I think overall, tanks in Overwatch are significally better because they
have defensive abilities.
Yeah, Reinhardt, for example, and Roadhog.
They have a very aggressive ability and a defensive ability, even though they're trying to make them more like brawlers.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with because playing Overwatch when it first came out, heroes like Reinhardt were unfun to play against because his shield was just so powerful, and it just. It felt like there was no point to fire at it. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, break the shield. Do it.
Exactly, yeah. I think, and I think in Overwatch, 90% of the DPS people don't just do a shit ton of damage at once. Because unlike TF2, where, like, literally... Like, every viable character is a DPS character in some way. Like,
or, at least with Overwatch, sometimes, like, yeah, sure, you can argue, like, ultimate abilities, but that's stuff you can track and counter a lot more.
Track and count. Whereas, like, there's no ultimates in Team Fortress 2.
The closest thing there is Uber, but that's only pay attention to one person. That's the medic.
Yeah.
Did they get an Uber saw? Okay, they have Uber advantage. This is something only comp players care about.
Exactly.
Unless you're me and I use comp strategy in fucking quick play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, and something I was just thinking when I was playing Overwatch was like, this is really nothing like TF2 in terms of gameplay. It's completely different. I mean, format, it's the same. It's the same idea.
Yeah, it's sixes. I mean, you look at competitive TF2, it's sixes, but like, the thing with TF2 is that each role, even like specialist roles like spy, can have different roles in the gameplay.
Exactly. Whereas like every character has
a specific play style, and it's basically you either go aggressive or defensive.
Exactly. That's literally it. And like 90% of the game is just, and literally all of Overwatch is just knowing when to be defensive and when to be offensive. That's like the entire point. Like it's literally, Overwatch is all about game sense because the characters themselves aren't really that sophisticated. Whereas in Team Fortress 2, with at least certain characters like the sniper, with certain characters, you don't necessarily have to worry about game sense if you are just dominating, you know? Like, like, I mean, obviously with like a medic or a heavy, which are just characters that are just going to be focused, you need game sense. Coincidentally, those are the two classes I've mained the most. But but if you're a demo man, I mean, you're just doing damage. That's like your whole point. That's your whole idea. You don't really need that much like knowledge of the video game to do that. Same thing with the soldier. I mean, you just have to get good at your individual class rather than getting good at the game itself. That's my hypothesis.
I mean, to be a good demo man, you just need mechanical skill.
Yeah, exactly.
To be a really good demo man, you do actually, because I was actually, because I mean, I've played every class except demo man competitively, even medic because pickup games. But still, I wouldn't say I quit TF2, but I'm kind of just like, I'm not playing it now. I'm still interested in it, and I want to. But there's nothing happening. That's the problem.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything happening since like 2018, 2017.
Pretty much. But there is a lot of game sense that goes into it. It's just that compared to every other class, like Scout is a lot about knowing the maps and flank routes. Demo Man's kind of the same way, but like you don't have to pay much attention. It's more so countering those flank routes. Yeah. But there's in terms of tactics, I think of like sticky spamming different like up in the air if you think of like basically make sure a soldier doesn't decide to just rocket jump up, because if he does, you can just dead the sticky and his trajectory now because he got hit by the sticky, so his momentum is based off the sticky instead of his rocket jump. You can just nade him to death, which is super satisfying. But of course, when was the last time you've ever seen a demo man do that in a normal game? Never. They're almost always demo nighting. That's true. Can't argue with that one. Demo night's very fun if you're an idiot. It's pissed off so many people. I've pissed off so many people during this entire Yuhcast. Honestly, yeah, both of us. It's okay. I love both games to death. I think I actually like TF2 more than Overwatch just because it's. I'm biased because I've been playing it since 2008, January 2008. Yeah, it's definitely my most played game as well. But it's my favorite game of all time. I'm just gonna say that, just because like, clearly. how can I say it's not my favorite game of all time when it's like that's the video game that is the video game of my life. That is. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably say so as well. I mean, I think just in terms of like. Just what it means to me and just like how much it dominated my life for literally like since I was like 8. It's like it's a very interesting game. It's super interesting, super great, super interesting. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, although I think the main reason why I'm kind of very disenfranchised from TF2 is it's because of the two-way just complete fucking clusterfuck that is the community and the development or lack thereof. Pretty much. I mean, it's like the community itself are in my opinion. What are you doing? I'm trying to make money. Cool. Really getting 27 cents. I clicked on that one. Yeah. But I completely forgot my thought. The two-way clusterfuck of the TF2 community.
Yeah, and the no development. It's just like, yeah, I think it's just like the community is holding on to something that generally like is just like asking for updates for a game that isn't like that just isn't really being worked on, and like
it's funny because every time I look at TF2's player base, like numbers, it's going up. It's at 120,000 today, and there hasn't been a major content update in a while. I mean, a major content update since 2017, 2018, if I get technical, but I consider that one like a minor balance update, the Blue Moon. But the last like anything I haven't played in a while, but the last anything that added stuff was the winter update. But I think the only thing that really stuck around besides cosmetics was a map, which that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. That's one of my favorite updates they have done in a very long time. Just because, okay, sure, you can argue that what was that map, Whatville or something? Did you ever play Whatville?
I don't think I ever played that. No.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so you can get out of bounds on that map. And here's how Whatville looked like. It's even the name of it. Yeah, Whatville. Here's what it looked like. Hold on. Let me see if this actually tries to make it look better than it was. Every texture, this is what it was supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But the official version that got imported looks like this.
Oh my god.
It's pretty bad. Which sucks because a lot of people hated the layout. I liked the layout as just a choke pointy, but kind of like more open choke point map. What the fuck? But yeah, new Whatville map exploit. But besides Whatville, that was actually my most played map during the event though, because it was you could hide inside of trees that players could not see in. So as a sniper, no one could see you. And as an engineer main, that was a blessing because I could just hide level 3s behind them in a tree.
Yeah.
And no one would knew. No. But they added Pier, which is my favorite TF2 map ever made. Like, I love Pier, and I'm so glad they added that. And then, I mean, that's pretty much the last thing they did. And for some reason, the player numbers are still just going up.
Yeah. It's just weird. TF2 is just an anomaly of a video game, isn't it?
I think it's because, like, everyone who plays it has spent more than, like, 100 hours in it cannot ever let go of it.
That's true.
Even I think back to, like, when I thought I had quit because I didn't play for, like, a year, basically.
Yeah.
A year plus, and I was about to sell everything. I decided I'm going to give it one more shot, and I got way back into it in, like, October. And then it's just one of those things that's like, I don't think I'll ever let go of it. Even if the game officially dies, I'll always be like, finding a game like it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think, I don't know if I'll ever like properly get back into TF2 the same way I used to be into TF2. But like, I mean, there will, I think in the future, definitely be points where I'm just like actively playing it, you know?
Yeah.
So. Well, at least I'll play it a lot for like a week, and then I'll get tired of it and play like fucking Overwatch again or something. But you know.
Wow, they really sold out for Overwatch.
It's not that it. I mean, we're playing a video game that's like still relatively new, so which is more than I can say about any other game I've played.
Same.
In my entire life.
Overwatch is the most, like, in terms of when it's come out, it's the most recent game. The closest thing to it, Halo 4, technically.
Yeah.
Which that was 2012.
At least one that I've actively, like, played. Yes. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there even a recent game I've bought? Holy shit.
I'm planning on buying some new games soon because there's some that look really interesting that I don't know how to pronounce it, Valheim?
Probably just Valheim, probably.
Valheim sounds correct, but I've heard people pronounce it as Valheim, and that sounds stupid. But I'm just going to say Valheim. That game looks kind of interesting. I'm just not sure if I want it yet.
What is the video game?
Valheim? It's like the one that's been dominating the fucking top of Steam for like years, like weeks.
I haven't heard of this. Oh my god.
The way I've had it described to me is like if Minecraft was Skyrim, and
this is right up my alley. Anyways, go on.
It's basically like if Skyrim was a survival craft game.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's open world. I think it has like dungeons and stuff. It's in like an alpha right now or something.
Okay. So basically,
but it's really popular, as you can tell.
Okay, so basically, that's interesting. Okay, and I'm assuming it looks like it's co-op.
Yeah, co-op PvE, 2 to 10 players.
Yeah.
Procedure generated world. Punishing dodge and block-based combat system with a wide. There's ships. I actually did not know. I like how all of this like. Explore these huge dungeons. Someone defeat vengeful primordial.
There's ships.
Build and sail ships from flimsy rafts to imposing warships.
Yeah,
I love World of Warships.
So we could just I have an idea. How much is it? Oh, it's
$20.
Nice.
I think every game I've shown you has been $20 to $25.
So we could do this as a series if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Co-op series, but I don't know.
Of course, it'll be interesting because it'll be I think it'll be the first game we've played on the channel that both of us have, Paper Mario, but both of us have never, ever played.
Actually played before. It's either one that I'm really invested in and you don't care about, or one that you're really invested in and I don't care about.
Basically.
Yeah.
New ways to save a buck.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a buck. Give it a buck.
I'm gonna choke you.
We haven't talked about music on here in a long time.
I have not talked about music, yeah.
Well, we talked about it in the last podcast, but in terms of like new releases.
New Godspeed You Black Emperor album. That came out April 2nd. I had no idea that was even a thing. But yeah, New Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. Definitely, and pretty much anything like post hiatus stuff. Definitely not as good as their stuff pre-hiatus, but I like it. It was an interesting record. I don't know. It was interesting just because it was definitely a step up from their last record. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Luciferian Towers. I think that was their last record, but it was definitely a step up from that, which was like definitely their worst record. But yeah, it was a step up from that, but like not as good as I can't remember any of their album names now, but it was definitely worse than Alleluia, Don't Bend, Ascend, but better than their latest record or their previous latest record. Yeah, it was, but I liked it. It was a-okay. Oh, also new Dinosaur Jr. album coming out, I think on the 26th. The new tracks in that are really interesting because it's completely different. Well, not completely different, but it's kind of a lot lighter and a lot more, I don't know, I don't want to say country infused, but country infused in their earlier work. It's like basically if Wilco had a fuzz pedal, which is just Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, but anyways, yeah. Or like REM with the fuzz pedal, really.
Yeah, new releases, wow. Okay, I can talk a lot about stuff. Okay, the elephant in the room for me that I don't want to talk about at all because the album's just so okay to me. I feel nothing with it. New A Day to Remember, it's for me. I don't think it's bad. It's just there are some songs that suck and there are some songs that I think just overproduced, but the writing's not bad.
I thought it was not good.
I thought it was just like very just okay. Like I'll put a few songs on a mix, I guess, here and there, but I don't ever find myself going back to songs like High Diving or something. But I come back to like, I mean, easily the two best songs of the album for me is Last Chance to Dance, the heavy one.
Yeah, that was the one I liked.
And then Looks Like Hell. That's an okay one. There's some interesting parts to it.
Yeah,
but
it seemed like just to me they could have made a much better record if they just stuck to their guns. Just because, like, I don't know. I mean, A Day to Remember as a band, like, just from what I've listened to, they're definitely, like, the kind of band I think, as a relative outsider, they're definitely the kind of band that it's, like, they're great at their one thing.
Yeah.
But then I feel like if they try to, go outside of that, it just falls apart, I think.
Even then, like, I don't know, because... Okay, Bad Vibrations is one of my favorite of their albums. I don't want to piss so many people off when I say this, but I think it might be my second favorite of their albums. And that was a very controversial album, and I thought it was great because I just thought it experimented, but it at least kept it within the genres.
Yeah.
Actually, and even like the soft songs were like still had a very dark element, like Forgive and Forget was just kind of like lyrically it was kind of just fucking down, and the entire vibe of it is very just sad.
Very, yeah.
Which I guess, I don't know. I think the problem with the album, with You're Welcome, is just that I think it sounded like it was supposed to be part of a double album.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that actually, here's my theory. With that, when you say that, it makes so much sense now, because it was
I remember hearing stuff that it was supposed to be a double album.
It was like they were trying to make a double album, but they made it a single album just by combining the tracks that they already had,
and not just in a way of just like, oh hey, let's put this song from what was supposed to be album 2 into the first album. No, it's literally taking like different parts of songs together.
It's like it's like they were trying to like experiment in like every single style they could, but not even making like one song per style. It was just kind of like, it was just like they were going to like Latin to like metalcore fucking gym class heroes just like their old stuff.
I didn't mind some of like I didn't mind some of the like Latin parts, to be honest. I thought it kind of sounded kind of cool, as in like a theory, if they pulled it off a bit better. Not even more time. I think it's just if they were like willing to go the extra step with it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I just think of Dance Gavin Dance's fucking song that kind of did that, but, I don't know, that one's just funny to me. But, yeah, anyway, everyone's talked about that. If you care about A Day to Remember, you've heard it, you have your own opinion. It's probably either very much you love it or you hate it.
I don't know how anybody can like it, genuinely. It's so, like, just mismatched and just, like, oh my god.
Well, I like some of the songs on it quite a bit. I actually like Brick Wall. It's just, I could do without the outro. I wish there was a single version. It wasn't the minute of
the Swans outro. Literally, just like it's like.
But that's another song that would have been better if it took every track, because you had like the open chords, like clean sound. That could have been its own song. Mm-hmm. Then you have the pre-chorus. That's kind of like very. It's literally just Still Waiting by Sum 41. That would have been amazing. And then like the Bear 2 style like breakdown chorus, I guess that could have been an amazing song on its own. And then you merge them together though, and it's just kind of like, what
the fuck? Yeah, I think I think if you don't want to listen to the full album, listen to Brick Wall to get the idea. It has it's basically it's a mismatch of styles that don't work together in my opinion.
It's the biggest example of it. But even I feel like individual parts are actually pretty good. It's just that it's fucking this weird.
It's like, for me, it's like...
the tempo changes.
There are definitely bright spots on the album. I mean, bright spots by comparison. But, I mean, there are parts that I like. It's like the heavy track, I actually really... I genuinely enjoyed most of it. It was like, actually, like... I think it's just because I like that kind of music anyways. Yeah. But, actually, that's probably my main problem with that album anyways, is because it was trying to do a pop rock thing, and I don't listen to that at all. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think the people who like it are just people who like pop rock in general, and I don't like it, but there's, like, elements of pop rock in the more, not, like, the really popular, like, Imagine Dragons shit, but there's elements of it that I understand people liking, like, I'll hear a song, I'm like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I would listen to it, generally.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any pop rock I do listen to, it's Weezer.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but that's like basically just
Beverly Hills.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Brown album.
That's just Pinkerton.
Yeah.
But I mean, even then, it's basically just kind of like Weezer is just like alt rock / Midwest emo, but not really, but just poppier basically.
It's
at
like
least,
it has
at least Blue Album.
It has like vibe of Midwest emo, but without any of the actual style.
Yeah, it's basically just like it's kind of like if you just condensed Midwest emo to just simple chords basically and solos. Because with Midwest emo, Midwest emo is so much more frantic. At least if you listen to like Cap'n Jazz, and which is kind of like the pervading. Yeah. At least, which is personally my favorite style. It's like that kind of Captain Jazz, just like guitars doing everything at once, and then somebody screaming. It's amazing, screaming about how their girlfriend dumped them. It's amazing, but like,
I'm so happy for him.
But then it's like, but I think with Weezer, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like if you have that. sort of idea, but it wasn't. It was just pop, basically, kind of more of a pop rock sensibility. That's my idea. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I had my album of the year like locked in already.
Mm-hmm.
But Beartooth has proven me wrong right now. I mean, some people don't like the new Beartooth stuff. Pretty much everyone likes Devastation. People are mixed on like the actual like proper single, I think, because Devastation is kind of like, hey, you follow us on Instagram or something, you follow our social media, here's this, and then like The Past is Dead is the actual like here's the music video. I think I made a music video for both now, but both songs are incredible. The Past is Dead is very interesting. The breakdowns, I like the new breakdown style they're going with. Just the fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds like an octave thing going on, but I like that a lot of people hate it. Sucks to be you. But I wait and see until the album comes out. But right now, my current favorite album of the year that's come out is Trauma Factory by Nothing Nowhere. That's, even though, because that's a perfect example of a mishmash of stuff that was like, because originally it was never supposed to be an album, but it kind of just like, oh, I released like 15 singles over the last year. Let me just put in a bunch of other songs with it. Not 15, that's an actual album track, but
yeah,
it's very good.
For me, looking at my Apple Music library, for me, like my personal album of the year right now, I think for a lot of people is the new Black Country New Road. They're kind of the latest up and coming band in that whole sort of post-punk revival kind of thing. Super interesting band. Love that album. Yeah, I don't honestly have much to say about it, to be like honestly, but I just really like the album. I have a lot of albums that are like that, where it's like I don't really know why or how I like it. I just kind of like it. Yola Tango, I Can Hear the Heart Beating is one. That's another one where it's like I don't really know why I like it, but it's just like I just like it. Also, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot by Wilco. That's another one where I'm just kind of like, that's an interesting Apple Syncast.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about them next.
Yeah, what's the haps on them?
Okay, so they never post on social media, and then this is like one of the few posts they have. It's just like
2021 boat.
Yeah, and I don't know what that means because the only thing they posted since then was new vinyls for an album that came out. I think Vitalis came out in 2000.
Oh yeah,
2000. Yeah,
I got the there's a new Loveless vinyl on sale which I ordered, even though I don't even have a record player. But just in case I have one, I get one at some point, which I hopefully will.
I mean, I buy some vinyls. I have Day to Remember vinyls. I have 3. Yeah. Only 3, but hey.
I don't know. I think I might just start buying more vinyls, even though I don't have a record player, just because it's more about the collection of them as opposed to the.
I like CDs a lot.
I prefer vinyl just because you get more for the package. I think, just at least like in terms of album art and stuff, and yeah. But
also, I don't know. CDs for me is just like, well, it's just way cheaper to collect.
That's true.
And it's way easier to get, like, because people, like, you go to garage sales and stuff. I haven't been to one in years, but it's like it's a tradition that you just have the entire CD box that is just garbage, and then I'm the type of person that would want that. Yeah. I don't care what it is. I have like Christian music in a jazz collection. I don't listen to it.
You just want their kids' old Blink-182 CDs.
I want some Dude Ranch on me.
Yeah. Get some Cheshire Cat in you.
That doesn't exist.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Where are you?
Where are you?
And I guess I'm sorry.
And I guess I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. These don't exist.
Want some candy?
I don't want. What are you doing? He just grabbed a wire for you ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen. I got everything out of it. That's saying, what the fuck? What even is that?
Fret Raps.
Oh my god.
Anyway, welcome to the Yuhcast.
Welcome to the Yuhcast.
It's been almost an hour.
How's
it going?
How you doing? Are you still listening? Probably not. Like the max audience retention is like 30 seconds on these.
Well, I think it's because I will randomly click on the video for no reason, thinking like, oh, I want to check this out. It's like, why did I click on it?
But
if you look at the actual watch time, you can actually see people like watching the whole thing. It's not just audience retention is me just clicking on it and clicking out of it.
But caveat. Thank you. That's on our last podcast. Our 2 Let's Plays, like I think the max audience retention is like 7 minutes, I think.
I also click on those all the time, so who knows?
Yeah.
Dude, can we just talk about how like bad and amazing the Xbox 360 controller is? I hate this thing, but I love it. Okay,
that's an abusive relationship.
I'm aware of. I'm used to those. But
oh my god.
Okay, okay.
Epstein?
There is. I've never had an Xbox controller that within the first few months doesn't have like joystick drift. This, if you move it over just to the right a little bit, it will just keep moving your camera. And then this button's like really hard sometimes from the comb. But
I have never experienced that in my life.
Okay,
genuinely.
About the Nintendo Switch joystick drift. My mom had it. I say it like it's a disease. I have never had problems with my Nintendo Switch ever.
Yeah.
This garbage controller.
Just take care of your consoles.
I don't even know where I got this. This controller might be from 2007.
Yeah, honestly, looking at it. Actually, wait. Does it have batteries or is it?
It has batteries.
I think that's probably from 2007.
I mean, I used it last night to play Euro Truck Simulator.
It still just baffles me. I'm gonna play Euro Truck Simulator when I get home.
It's good. We try to do a Let's Play on it. We don't talk about that one.
You don't talk about that. Was both a clusterfuck as an episode and recording it. I think. I don't remember. I haven't watched it.
It's just a mess.
Don't watch it. Honestly, anything before like Yuhcast episode 19, you don't really need to watch. Just to be 100% honest. I mean,
although the Half-Life Let's Play wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might just...
There's some okay moments.
I think I might just private everything that... I mean, I think I'll private the Nuzlocke, because that... I don't know. I feel like most of that was just, like, me trying to get you interested.
And the thing is, just, like, with the Discord screen share we were doing at the time, it made it so hard to, like... pay attention because 90% of the time it just didn't work even, so I just had to go off audio.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I can't make a joke because I don't play enough Pokemon to know what like the leaf green models look like and make fun of it. Because that's my entire thing is make fun of characters.
Make fun of video games.
Why do you think I like Half-Life?
Half-Come, lol.
Be a fucking great album outro. Yeah, cast outro.
Oh, dude, engineer. Let's just. I think we should just quit while we're ahead. I think.
I fucking hate the Yuhcast.